Om Vasudeva Sutang Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnan Bande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the world teacher, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of Kamsa and Chanura, and the supreme bliss of Mother Devaki. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading chapter 3, Karma Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita, and we are on verse number 25 today. So Sri Krishna was insisting that whatever duty comes in life, we should all perform those duties. But how to do that work is the question. We all perform our duties, but performing our duties we get entangled into it and we feel the burden of pain, suffering and its consequences. But there is a way to perform all actions, but at the same time everyone can enjoy that ultimate freedom. So that was the discussion went on, and every action can be given to God, not expecting the result. The result will come out of its own, but it is only offered to God, gives the freedom that we don't get upset or we don't get elated or depressed due to the results which come out of action. So 25th verse gives us a direction in that way, as if synopsis of the idea. It says, Shakta karmani avidvangsho, Shakta karmani avidvangsho, Yatha kurvanti bharata, Yatha kurvanti bharata, Kurjat avidvang tatha shakta, Kurjat vidvang tatha ashakta, Chikirshur loka sangraham, Chikirshur loka sangraham. So performing work is the same, action is the same, but we want a tremendous even a result. One is that we all work. We are unenlightened people. We do work by asakti, by clingingness. We are goaded by our desires to do this so that I can get this end result comes to me. So this is ashakta, means those who are attached, who are grounded into the thought that I need to do that. Goaded by not unselfishness, not by God's service but anything, but I am prompted by my sanskaras, my past impressions. It forces us to do some work, and that is due to our attachment to the result. So karma is not good and karma is not bad. Karma can release us, only mental attitude, how we do the karma. So ashakta means those who are attached or those who are overwhelmed with the thinking that I will gain this result and they work. Then they are ignorant people. All the karmani, multiple types of karma they may perform. Avidyang, so they are ignorantly they are doing, and doing that they get the end result, frustration comes. Sometimes joy, sometimes frustration. As similarly, the Jnani will also do the work. Or a person of enlightenment, or we are not enlightened, we are following the path of enlightenment, we will do the same karma. Avidyang, jat kurjat vidvang tata asakta. Only two words. One is sakta, one is asakta. Sakta means attached, asakta means non-attached. Non-attached to what? Not action. People sometimes take that wrong step, not understanding their quality. They think, I have given up all karma. You cannot give up all karma. Karma will goad us. But karma done for which purpose? What is the end result? Why I am performing any action? Gita says in another place, Sarira jatra pi cha, even the continuation of your body, your survival is not possible without karma. You are thinking, that's a karma. You are sitting, that's a karma. You are lying down, that's a karma. If you don't do any action by the hand and feet, that is not only not that is the no karma. Karma is even meditating is a karma. So karma, how can you stop karma? And sometimes laziness can guide us to be a person of enlightenment. Tamas person, mostly involved into non-action, that means they are lazy, they are not rajasic. Tamasic, rajasic, sattvic. Three states are there. So, tamasic people may pretend to be meditating, but it's the worst because of the laziness, because of the incapability, not so much lack of enthusiasm that he is dull and not any motivated to do anything. Then better to motivate them. Yes, do some work, at least have some desire, gain some money, get some name, fame, power, position, get it first. That's the Rajasa karma. That we are talking now. That this karma, which is giving end result, is my name, my fame, my power, my position, my gain of this material object. So all these expectations, that should be the guiding motive. That is better than non-action. But then that is also a bondage because it does not give us freedom. It makes us move towards the more and more action. One action finished and I do it and I find that it is not fulfilling. Then I start to do another karma and then that finished, then I do another karma. So it is the Shakta Karmani Avidyangso. Avidya means those who are under the spell of ignorance, avidyan, as people, general people. Jatha kurvanti, as they perform, kurvanti sab karmani, multifarious types of karma, day and night, like machine you are working, that they get attached. But similarly, one person will be jnani, will be incessantly engaged in work, day and night. We have seen such swamis of our order, no? We say Lokesharananda Swami, one example. Even our Bhuteshananda Maharaj, Gambhirananda Maharaj, Vireshwarananda Maharaj, they run the entire Ramakrishna order. The activities of the whole Ramakrishna mission as General Secretary, as Assistant Secretary, as before that as head of a center, action, more action. As they are going to be General Secretary means the tremendous action. I look at their lifestyle, we are surprised at how they can do day and night like that. But one action is coming, another action is coming. We get irritated. One thought, when something happens, they also get irritated maybe, but less because of their stability in their knowledge. As I am talking about say Madhavananda Maharaj, say Visuddhananda Maharaj. So all they also live their life not in idleness, tremendous work. 10, 12 hours they work. I have seen some of the General Secretary Maharajas, the morning they start their work, there is no time. All day working in the office, Even Gaunananda Maharaj used to work for temple, and then people will follow him. There also office going on. They are asking for their problem and they are getting to solution of that problem because there is no more time. So doing all this action, they keep their peace, keep their tranquility, and they can continue their spiritual life, and they have attained what is to be attained. So it is not that karma is the problem, but attitude of doing karma. It is they, as I saw some Gaunananda Maharaj was telling that he came from Sikra, so to have some business with him, but he has no time. So when I came, he said, "Come with me." Where? I just even not got my place in the mart, where to stay with my. Just I arrived, then I entered into his car. And in the car, oh my God, so many phone calls, this, that, coming, lawyer, court, case, this, that. Ramakrishna Mission Sadhu, engaged. I was with him till maybe 10:30 or almost 11 o'clock we came back to Belur Math, and then he went straight, getting out of the car, just walked down to the Holy Mother's temple. Here Belur Math is calm and quiet and serene. Everyone is sleeping or gone to bed. Temples are closed. He went and Mother's temple is closed, but he went and lay flat at the feet of Mother, and I do not know, few minutes there, and then he came back. And then he said, "Can you come with me?" Then I went with him, and then after his a little personal time, and then I sat and talked with him at night 11:30. How one person can go on that, and then he will eat, then they will sleep, then they will get up in the morning, they will meditate, he will do his exercise, but 8 o'clock he is ready for whole day work. They are working so much, but what is their motivation? Motivation is some higher motivation that gives them the energy to do so much work at the same time with a smile in the face. They are also in action in the world of activity. There will be action, reaction sometimes, but their example before us, at least people can work hard with detached outlook. Madhavananda Swami, that example is there. Someone asked Madhavananda Maharaj, we have a question. And he was he used to reply very sharply, very short reply, not too many words. He said, "Acha, we come for many problems, a very serious problem of our organizational problem. But we always see that you give the right type of direction, and in a short time, and your direction, if we follow, I see that that's the best solution. How can you do that?" He said, it's very simple. We get attached to the one side or the other side. But he said that when any problem comes, what I see, he didn't say I think of Thakur or anything, but he said I immediately just make my mind free from all other thoughts and think of the problem, and whatever comes first in my mind, I tell that. Meaning that he is not taking any side of it, just keeping the mind free, in a sense, making the mind go to God, as I understood, and then thinking of Thakur, whatever that problem comes, and the response comes, he gives that response. So it is a question of detachment. It is a question of doing action with the thought that I have no personal agenda here. It is all Sri Ramakrishna's work. So what is to be done? What inner voice tells us, do it. So, and then giving that hands off. Good, bad, whatever comes, you accept the consequences. Good, bad. But you have done your best by quieting the mind and surrendering to God. So it is the detached, that is main training in the whole Ramakrishna tradition. It's detached work. And those who are succeeded, they are called the established in their knowledge. Most of the Swamis, there are exceptional Swamis who had the opportunity to sit for quiet meditation and practice like that. But majority of the Swamis, they have no time for any moment, and their every action is spiritual service to God, service to humanity. So that is the idea, without attachment or without attachment, with attachment or without attachment. As ordinary people, ignorantly, we do work with attachment. The Gyanis, the knowers of, or who are established gradually in knowledge, they do that same work everything same with detachment. So that's the idea. As the unenlightened act from attachment to the action, O Arjuna, so should the enlightened act without attachment, and desirous of the guidance of the multitude. Their action will be an example before others, not to be idle in their life, not to avoid any work. Whatever comes, it is all Lord's work. So this idea is the Gita's key point, key idea. So it says the difference between man and man is in the sort of desires harbored at the heart. The enlightened one is desireless. Desire for the fruits of action goads the multitude to activity. The whole world is running goaded by this desire, what I want, what is my desire, to fulfill my ends. And that my is not according in parallel with God's will, but what my prarabdha karma, my sanskaras, all the past actions goes in that direction. So I am only searching for that. So the enlightened man has no personal motive. Out of compassion for the ignorant, he ceaselessly works. That's also the knower of truth. They have no purpose of their own, but they do work to set an example before us, the ignorant, so that we don't idle away our time. So the following their examples, then others can also be motivated to actions. Now, that's why one enlightened person also has his duty not to be actionless. They should also act to set an example for the people who are ignorant, lest they go take the path of idle gossip. If you don't do work, what will happen? Mind will be engaged in other naughty things, unwanted thoughts. Mind will not remain free, but it will be engaged in something else. But most of the time, the sattvika people do meditate, but most of the tamasika people also dozing into the slumber gives a joy, one type of joy. That's why meditation has two types of obstacle, no? One is vikshepa, another, vikshepa means the distracting mind going round, another is tamas, or sleeping. So go to sleep mode or to activity mode. So these are the two ways. And samadhivan people, they enjoy the spirit, they live in the consciousness. But most of the obstacle to that path is either mind goes into dullness or sleep mode or into active mood, running in all direction, but not to God. So next verse, so this verse 25th verse is very important thing for us to remember. All that whole day we worked, but to analyze for whom I worked. Is it for whom I worked? And this day starts. So what to pray to God? This day is starting. I will do work. But, O Lord, help me to remember that I am doing for you only. There is no personal motivation for me to do it and to gain anything in the world. As a devotee, as a lover of God will ask for God vision, God's seeing God in everything. How it will come? Only by erasing all the roughness of our mind, all angularities of the mind is desire, expecting for this and when want, this one, that one, that one, that one. Our whole life is driven by want. And there is no end of wanting things. One we get, then we get dissatisfied, we work another hard work for another want to fulfill. So therefore, na buddhi vedam janayeta jnanam, na buddhi vedam janayeta jnanam, karma sanginam, joshayet sarva karmani, joshayet sarva karmani, vidwan yukta samacharan, vidwan yukta samacharan. So no buddhi vedam janayet. No, let not the wise men in the world, they don't need to do any work for themselves. But they should not create some confusion in the mind of ignorant people, unsettled mind, ignorant people, to get attached in a way that they don't feel that work is bad, I have to give up work, or work brings suffering, so I avoid work. So this type of thought should not enter into the mind of the ignorant people. Ajnanam, that means mind is not settled in God, they should not do that. Joshayat, rather, they should help others to get engaged in sarva karmani, all types of work. Whatever good karma comes or bad karma comes, or whatever is auspicious, inauspicious karma, whatever presents in the life, just to perform that karma with the spirit that it is only for God. I have no motivation. I am like a soldiers. Like a soldiers go into the combat, and soldier has no personality there. Whatever order, fire, this way, shoot, and they shoot. That's all. There is no question of any, as if they have lost their personality. So if one can lose their personality into God, so only anything presenting in life, performing that duty and hands off. Duty and hands off. So let not the wise man unsettle the mind of ignorant people who are attached to karma by doing persistently and precisely. Let the wise induce the others in all activities. This is the example of Ramakrishna Mission, ideal Ramakrishna Mission sadhus, no? That's why Swamiji said that my children will be, this moment they will be talking about high philosophy, next moment they will go take out the produce of the garden and go to the marketplace to sell. Next time they will be in the meditation, deep meditation. Sometimes they will be deep in their prayers and so devotional practices. No? So all these yogas perfect. And mostly we see the activity and activity level. That's why you look at the Ramakrishna Mission present activity level. It has gone shoot. It has just where it was even 5-10 years before. It has gone to such a flight. It is impossible to keep any track of the activities nowadays. If each center is doing that. But I am thinking that is good, but motivation, what should be the motivation behind that? This is the ideal. That even you are a man of knowledge, you should not idly sit idle. Do the best. That's why even our sadhus who are old sadhus, that is the tradition, no? Old sadhus cannot do anything, retired sadhus, but they think that no one has told them to do anything, but they go for doing some what is called cutting the vegetables or helping. And there is one Swami is reading the Gospel of Ramakrishna, and I saw a circle of Swamis sitting, 10, 12 old Swamis. They cannot contribute anything, just doing chopping the vegetables for cooking for Sri Ramakrishna and the devotees. So that means even at that end, Sarvadevananda Swami, he used to, just in Vrindavan I saw, that he will be there, he cannot do much, even his walking sometimes difficult, but he will go in the kitchen and do something, put little something here and there with his ability to help as it were in that service. He is showing the example that life is for service. not to take service but to give service. So, doing duty for duty's sake, devoid of desire, is an exalted state given to the enlightened only. We may say 100 times, but actually duty for duty's sake, work for work's sake is really, really hard, and it's an accomplishment of lifelong struggle. This philosophy of action is too high for common men to understand. He either works for his own results or wants to avoid exertion on one plea or another. To work for result is far superior to being given to laziness born of inertia. So yes, it is much better to have desire, no? Swamiji used to say, have some desire, get something, at least accomplish something. Then you can have the power to give up. So you are incapable of even attending the minimum thing, and you are thinking, I am giving up the work. So even Gita is talking about that. Upanishad is also saying that. He says that Ishavashyam idagras sarvai yatkincha jagatyam jagata tena taktena hunjitha magridha kasya siddhanam kurvan eveha karmani jijivishet shatagam chamaha evam tainanna thetosti nakurmun lippate nare. If you are jijivishet shatagam sama, suppose your lifespan is 100 years. Isha Upanishad says, you live, as long as you live, 100 years you live, get engaged into the action. And that action, with the seeing God in everything, Isha Avashram, first verse says, you just try to think that the whole universe is permeated by God. It's God in different forms. With this attitude, first verse says, Jijivishet satagam sama, if you live for 100 years, so kurban eveho karmani, kurban, performing karmani eva, work after work, kurban eveho karmani. Jijivishet, suppose you live for satagam sama, and evang toi, if you perform this way, na annatha, it will not take you to any darkness, it will take you to the illumination and freedom. So that is the Upanishadic idea, not that it is only Bhagavad Gita is saying. That karma, and that karma is karma kanda, but present karma is whatever karma we do. If we think that is all God, it is all permeated by God. So any action I do, it goes for the service of God. So that's the great ideal. Only this is the mental attitude. We are doing the same karma, but the result is far away from the ignorant attitude and the attitude of a wisdom, person of wisdom. That to Ishavashyam should be the foundation. That's why Karma Yoga will be successful with the ground of the Upanishadic idea that all pervaded Brahman. So this is very important, practical Vedanta. That's why in Ramakrishna order we call it is a practical Vedanta rather than Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is a good term, but more penetrating idea is that it is service to God. And it is all what I see, whether I feel, whether I know or don't know, it is all Isha, that Paramatman, the supreme reality. So to work for the result is far superior to one being given to laziness or inertia. The indolent mind must be roused to ambitions and exertions leading to pleasures and prosperity. Earn money, enjoy life, build up your own career. Yes, that's good for people who are lazy. So tamas, to put them into rajas. And then teaching disinterested service to this type of people will unsettle their understanding. Then there is the man who suffers from philosophical indigestion. Philosophical indigestion. I am Atman, why shall I work? I am Brahman, so Brahman does not have any action, so I should not work. So philosophical indigestion, that means it has not been digested into the life, the meaning, what the actually philosophy is indicating. He is given to an escape mentality. He wants to escape the activities, giving, that was much prevalent amongst the monastic traditions of India. That's why they used to say, Jagat to tin kal mein hai nahi. So, Jagat, this world is not there. So what to serve? Whom to serve? The Maya. Why to serve? But that is the point. It is Maya, Jagat, Maya for others. But when you need food, why do you go for begging? It's Maya. But no, that is the indigestion. And that's why when this Ramakrishna order started the activity, when the call, and then they were misunderstood. The Ramakrishna mission sadhus are bhangi sadhus. They are serving the diseased person, they are making diet for them, cleaning their soiled cloth. What type of sadhu are? Sadhu will sit Brahma Sutra, they will read Sankara Bhasya, they will always philosophical intricate discussion that will do. And these sadhus are engaged in this action. But that is the point. It is little further deep understanding is necessary. You are saying karma. Ramakrishna Mission does not do karma as ideally. This is the ideal. I cannot do, that's my failure. But the ideal of Ramakrishna Mission is that it is you are serving God. Your every breath should be service to God. There is nothing I, but it is thou. Because thou or God everywhere. You are born to only purify yourself by this process of service. Shiva, Ramakrishna gave this very simple formula in the word Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva. See, that is the key point of whole discussion here. Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva. You are serving Jiva, individual soul, but it is not Jiva. You are mistaken. It is Shiva. So you have to apply this Jnana, this knowledge, that it is Shiva I am worshipping. And that is the Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva. And that is the, when did it come? This discussion came. That the discussion about the bhakti, how to generate bhakti. Vaishnava Sevan ki, Jive Daya, Name Ruchi. That means, what are the three ways of achieving God or getting devotion? That was the Vaishnava Shastras say, Name Ruchi. Name Ruchi means have love for repetition of the holy name, mantra, or gurus give. So that is one means, Name Ruchi. Jive Daya. Jive Daya, that is the middle part. You should have compassion for created being. Second point. And third, Vaishnava Sevan. Serve Lord's devotees. As you will serve Lord, similarly serve the devotees of Lord. Like Baburam Maharaj, an example. Serve whoever comes as Ramakrishna's devotee, God's devotee. So serve. But the middle, Ramakrishna has picked up the middle part. Jive Daya. Show compassion to others. And then he said, Jive Daya, who are you? You are to show compassion to Jiva, means is there anything but God? So you will show compassion to God? No, don't say that. Rather you say, I service to God. So this ideal is the key point here, that whatever action is done, Shiva Gyane Jiva Shiva, it is Shiva is only there. My deluded mind does not allow me to see that Shiva. I see the mundane world, but we have to practice in our life to this wisdom, that is I am serving. I do not understand, but it is God and God and God only I serve. So this service then will be a spiritual sadhana. So how to attain bhakti? This is attaining a bhakti. And bhakti will lead to total freedom. So that this person who is indolent, does not want to do any work, they may bring this philosophy. Karam to tin jagat mein tin kal mein nahi hai. The three period of time, present, past and future, there is no world. It is all Maya. तो क्या रामकृष्ण मिशन के साधु तो कर्म में फंस गया. Or about they used to complain that the sadhus of Ramakrishna mission, they have all got lost into karma. And our state is niskarma. We want to go to a state beyond karma. And see, the Ramakrishna mission sadhus, they are always talking about mundane talk, business talk, school, college, hospital. And what type of sadhus are they? But only key point is that all work for whom you are doing. So he is given to an escape mentality on the ground that they are all wrong, pain and evil. His creed is to pose quietism. Quietism is to be quiet and meditative and avoiding the day and night, closing the eyes, sitting in one place, which is a pitfall in Vedanta. People mistake that way. That means it is only when you close your eyes, God is there, and how long you will meditate? This question, very serious question. Even we think that it's a distraction outside world, but how many people are fit to do meditation longer? Even the monastics, how many hours you will do? That's why this practical Vedanta, this karma, with the spirit of service to others, without an expectation, is an easy means to make our mind pure. So it is a pitfall in Vedanta. It's saying a strong word. It is a pitfall in Vedanta. Avoiding work. That example, once one Swami was really tired of work, and he went to the General Secretary Swami, and he said that, Swami, I have come here for God realization, so much work, day and night, I cannot do it, please release me, I want to go somewhere. Then Swami said, yes, is it so? Okay. Tomorrow onward you need not have to do any work. All your responsibilities are withdrawn. Now we will give you one room in the Belur monastery, and that room well equipped, your needs will be there. You need not have to come for lunch, breakfast, supper even. We will supply in your room, but you do your meditation and spiritual practice as much as you can. So he thought, wow, what a gracious, compassionate consideration, no? Then he then was happy and then came back and got the room and then entered, took all the books and study and meditation. These are the two things in his room. And his room is attached bathroom and he need not have to talk to anybody, do any duty. So he started doing meditation and trying to spend the time in best he can. After 5, 7, 10 days, how much brain can take? Fatigue syndrome, no? So that meditation is doing long hours, but is not, you cannot do that. You are not equipped to do that. Mind is not so easy, okay, come and sit. Mind will sit in meditation. It's for the pure hearted soul who have done tremendous selfless actions and dedicated themselves for the service of God. They can actually, because of the pure mind, can engage their time in long time of meditation and prayer. No? So he had ultimately, after a few days, he was running mad almost, but he was a sincere person. He went back and said, Swami, I have understood now. I am not fit for meditation for 24 hours. Rather give me some work. So he has given back some duties. That's why this is the point, balance. It should be balanced for the preparation period. But many people think, particularly, that we are missing our deep meditation and karma is a barrier. But karma is not a barrier. Karma is a good help for all of us to get beyond karma. So, laziness to karma, even the karma, in that karma there may be some name, fame, okay, but I am doing this, my name will be there, I have done this building. People will say, this Swami has done that building. Okay, you do, at least that is better than sitting idle. And then maturity will come. What this name and fame, what is this? It is only for purification of the heart. Third stage will come, work as worship. Work and worship, work as worship, work is worship. So the third stage is work is worship. Then work will be no different in sitting in meditation or working in the field wherever they are. And that is the example really we learn from, as I quoted Lokeshwarananda Swami, example how it happened. He is such a builder. He created such an empire, no? Narendrapur, such an institution. No? How much? About 1 mile maybe, the stretch of land. No? One bus stop. Buses stop at gate 1, gate 2, gate 3. You want to go to any Narendrapur center, particular department, you have to get down in gate 1. And then no, I want to get into the gate 2. Bus stop another in gate 2. And then you go to another bus stop 3. And he has created out of a barren land all this educational project and blind academy, this, that, social work in the village, women's development, that, and tremendous activity. And he is the creator, founder. And one day a call came from President Maharaj, Swami Bireshwaranandaji, and said, we are in much need of your presence now in the Institute of Culture. That time trouble was, big struggles, trouble started. And then we wish that you should come and take over the church. Just we are sending somebody to Narendrapur, so you just come. I say, okay, Swami, that's all. Surprisingly, within a short period of time, maybe a few hours, he just have a small bag for his night stay or something like that, limited, and then came back to Narendrapur to Gol Park. And he didn't go back for collecting his own materials. He instructed other people to collect his all belongings gradually to the Institute of Culture. And totally, can you think this? It's possible. He's the builder of entire Narendrapur Institute. And then he can detach in a moment. Bellumat says, yes, we need you here. Could you please put the responsibility to give the charge to others? And immediately, please go to take charge of it. And he did it. So this is the point. Spirituality can be done through really genuine, unselfish work. No, that's why he has touched the heart of so many people. All the students in those times, what was that? There is partition was there, no? And all from Bangladesh, they have no place to stay. He started a hostel, no? For keeping them there, giving them education, free education, collecting fund. He has no fund to support them, but he did, and selflessly day and night work for them, and with a smile in face. The end result is this detachment. And that is the sign of spirituality. People outside we cannot judge. What is the inner detachment he has grown, and how he didn't go back to the center. It is how much distance? Such a short distance. Gol Park and Narendrapur, it is how much? In a car drive maybe 40 miles, 30-40 miles. Maybe 1.5 hours, 2 hours drive in India road condition. But he didn't go himself. He didn't feel going there. It is done, it's Thakur's done, hands off. This is the question, that karma can give us total freedom, total detachment. That is the realization, God realization. So he says his creed is to pose quietism, which is pitfall to Vedanta. Care should be taken that no confusion is created in the minds of the indolent and the ignorant. Himself active, the enlightened man should induce all to intense activity. That's why in this Ramakrishna order, all the senior Swamis, they don't appreciate your deep meditation. in a immature mind, deep meditation of immature mind, what will happen? You will think wrong things. Until the mind becomes purified, all wrong ideas, wrong thoughts will be coming. So brooding over negative things will come more. So that's it. Now how to root out this identification? Identification is because of our ego. So 27 verse it says, Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasaha gunai karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimudhatma karta aham iti manyate prakriti kriyamanani. Nature means the three gunas. Nature means sattvika guna, rajasika and tamasika. This nature, our nature, we are combination of the three gunas. Someone more sattvika nature, rajas and tamas are there. Someone is more rajasa nature, someone is maybe more tamasa nature. And this all activity is done by because of the three gunas. So prakriti kriyamanani, the gunas in the prakriti, all karmas are performed by the three gunas, sattvika, rajasika, tamas. Sattvika guna will push one to selflessness, unselfishness, love for others, dedication for others, leaning towards God realization, meditation, prayer, all this. Rajasa will be ego, pride, control, showing superiority over others. And tamasa will be haughtiness, negative, all the negative vulgar attitudes of human life. So prakriti, all these things are done by the gunas. These three gunas are the pertinent cause behind it. And with ahankara vimudhatma, but clouded mind who does not understand, he said, I am doing. There is no I. It is the three gunas are performing. And I is a wrong interpretation put on the three gunas as I. So this with the understanding that is I, the ego, which is clouded by ego, one thinks that I am the doer. So this is the who says I am doing, there is no I. It is the three gunas playing. That's why Premishananda Maharaj used to say, when you interact with people, don't get angry with anyone or don't get so much attached to anyone, because it is the play of the gunas. Guna, guneshu vartanta. One guna, three gunas out of sattva, rajas and tamas. These gunas are working with the gunas. Now someone is angry, he is in a rajaguni now. One is sattvika, he is very sweet and loving, sattaguni. So gunas are working with the gunas. Why you are bringing your ego? So this is learning, the process of learning detachment. The guna, guneshu vartanta, with itimatva na sajjate. People don't get entangled or identified thinking there is gunas play going on, but I am unaffected by that. So this verse says, karma is inherent in nature, which is constituted of the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. But there is no karma whatsoever in Atman. In Atman is always free, beyond time, space, causation, beyond all gunas. So we talk about Nirguna, Gunamaya, about we talk about Ramakrishna. Nirguna, he is actually by nature pure, not touched by any gunas. But we adore him in the gunas, most sattvika manifestation, so that our mind becomes sattvika. So, but it is Atman, in Atman there is no gunas, but all these are happening in the level of Maya, that is sattvika, rajasika, tamasika. The ignorant person is incapable of distinguishing between that Atman, action-ridden nature, and the actionless self. The self, the Atman, which does not do anything. Who does perform working? Nature. And in Vedanta called Maya. And what is the nature? The three gunas. Atman does not do anything. Only three gunas are playing their role. So this is not understood by ignorant people. Therefore, they get into egoism. I did. There is no I at all. It is the play of the gunas. That's why the same person with ego, arrogance and anger, frustration, they behave one way. And that when sattvika quality comes, the same person changes. So ego changes also. Sattvika ego, rajasika ego, tamasika ego. Actually there is no ego. Actually ego is the Atman. That does not do anything. Only it is a dance of the three gunas going on. And we are thinking, I am doing. It is egoism to identify the self with the non-self. Two trains stand side by side in a railway station. A passenger in one train fixes his gaze on the other. When the other train moves, the man fancies that his own vehicle moves. Likewise, mobility of the Prakriti is imposed on the immobile Atman. Like that if you drive or you are in the plane, you see the moon. Moon is running, no? Moon is not running, our vehicle is running. In a boat journey, you can see sometimes the shore or the buildings on the shore, they are receding backward. But it is not, they are not receding, you are moving on. So here, this wrong interpretation goes on. The Atman, which does not move, appears I am affected. I don't get affected. My real nature, I don't get affected. It is the three gunas are playing, and I think that is my I. So, egoism is brought about by mistaking the Prakriti for Atman. Bondage persists as long as egoism lasts. Egotistic man thinks of himself as the doer while actually he is not. Egoism and agency are the outcome of ignorance. So, again, the ignorance brings all this idea, the I did and I am doing, and then naturally feels the end result of confusion or joy and suffering, opposites, pair of opposites. All these are felt because of this I sense. So, what we learn on these three verses, the same, Gita teaches again and again that is the detachment. Detachment to rationally thinking that everything is happening in the gunas or in the maya. I am not affected by that. And karma is done by the effect of the gunas, due to effect of the gunas. And karma I am doing actually for whom? I am serving. It is not karma, it is serving God. And because everything is permeated by one consciousness. And that forgetting that, I am seeing this as the world and I am in action. And I also forget myself. I am the self absolute which does not do anything. But I, the projection I is coming, and I is affected with the external reaction, and I am feeling the happiness and pleasure and pain, misery and suffering. So the whole teaching is that be in the light, do your duties more seriously, but only detached. It is only service to God. And that will make us enlightened, and forgetfulness of that brings us to this bondage. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So thank you all who are online. Some of you have, yes, okay, Elizabeth. And this is Ganga. And this is John. John is here. Lito is here, but I don't see Lito's face. Okay, thank you.